Hey guys, once again, sorry about the inconvenience. You know, my Wi-Fi went out on me, so I had to kind of get it back straight again. I don't know if it's because we've been on here so long that it caused a little situation. Probably it was like overworked, or maybe I don't know because we've been at this for 18 hours. 18 hours, my people. Want to know why? Because we have to get this message out here. So if you guys are still out there, I know we were down to like 4 people. If you 4 people are still out there, I'm still here. We're still here. If you want to get them questions back in, please join us. I know it's late, but if you know you got questions, please, if you want to come through, please feel free. We're still here. Oh, here we go. Brown Dwarf, greetings. Oh, I remember you. I haven't seen you in a minute. So welcome, my friend. Welcome, Brown Dwarf. Ooh, man, I believe that we have chatted on the last live one that we did. Yeah, I think we did. I remember Brown Dwarf. He's also commenting on a lot of things. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you too, my friend. Yeah, I'm glad to be live, man, because I just found out that I can do this on my laptop, but I found out that I have to be on Google Chrome in order for it the stream to work, because I couldn't do it on regular Google. So here I am. So once again, since you're just joining us, tonight's live episode is about a message from the speaker and the light. And also, I have revealed something about myself, which I will get into once we get started again. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about messages from the speaker and the light, and any questions you may have about angels, about if you watch the videos that I put out about this whole thing, you're caught up already. And if not, then we'll have to kind of recap again, or you can just watch the other videos to kind of get yourself caught up. You see, did you hear about the 2 girls that went missing here in Humboldt County? No, I didn't hear about that. Perhaps you can kind of give me a little synopsis of what happened, and maybe we can get an answer as to what happened to them, because we're here to convey some information, and it's where we can get the answer from. Okay, they spent 3 nights in the woods. Thank God they were found. Oh, those 2. Okay, I did hear about that. It's on Missing 411. It's on a forum on Facebook called Missing 411 Alternative. They actually posted something about that up there. Yeah. I'm glad they did get found. So that's good. All right, but if you got any more questions about reality or about life that you wanted to know, like maybe about angels, about spirits, nature spirits, any kind of question. If you want to know about the dark ones, the grays, the truth about our planet, whatever. This is a show about everything. And if Michael Bird, if you're still out there, my friend, come on back. If you're ready to do some more talking. All right, so right now you're the first one, my friend. So okay. Let me see. Okay, so I'm guessing what he's saying, demons, meaning he thinks that's what caused that to happen. So anybody want to elaborate with that? I think he meant that as a joke,
sense.
Though.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, any of the dark ones, because, they will fight tooth and nail, despite them knowing what's coming. And yes, they are well aware too, but they will still fight. They will try to maintain that control as long as possible.
Right.
But, I mean, what's coming is inevitable. So, I mean, yeah.
Okay, and he wants.
They can really do that.
Right, and he wants to know about angels and demons.
Okay. Demons are dark beings that feed off of things like fear and anxiety and hatred and anger and anything negative. But now angels, what people know as angels, were actually guardians that did their namesake. They guarded the earth a long time ago, before they were removed from this plane.
All right. Hope that answers your question, my friend. Now, to anyone else that's out there, see, we got 2 viewers here. So, number 2, if you're ready to come through with a question, feel free. Any question you need to ask about anything, whether it be angels or cryptic creatures, anything dealing with a person that may have vanished, and you want the truth about what happened to them. If it is meant to be answered, it will be answered right here on this channel. Okay, this is not just about missing mysterious disappearances anymore. This is about everything dealing with the truth, the ultimate truth, a truth that no one has ever been able to get from anything like, say, the government, because they would never tell you that. That's not what they're here to do. They're here to keep that from you. So if you got any questions as far as the second person that's watching, just feel free. Don't be afraid. We're here to talk about everything that you never had an answer for, that you want an answer for. So we'll be here waiting. Been doing this for 18 hours. I'm raring to go for more. I guarantee you that. Even though I got to go to work today, but still, this will be 3rd time's the charm. Hopefully this time we won't have any more technical difficulties, because we were getting down to the nitty gritty on the early one. Okay, your thoughts on Bigfoots?
Those are interdimensionals.
Right.
They come into this dimension, and then they go back into theirs.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you only spot them every once in a while when nobody can find them here, is because they're passing through here.
Mm-hmm. It also explains why they can never seem to find a carcass anywhere. So, they stay hidden a lot, and they're very good at that. Because there are some species of being or cryptic creatures that think like humans. So they have a way of basically, I won't say getting around us, but they know what they need to do to trick us. They know what they need to do to keep themselves hidden from us, and they're very good at it. So, very good at it. I have yet to see a Bigfoot myself, but I would love to see one. But that time will come. I don't know when that's going to be, but it will come. Maybe. If I meant to see one, that is. Oh, man. I'm interested. Okay, we got 2 more people in here, but they just got to, come in with the comments. I hope it's some of the people from the last video.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually 1:32 right now, so still, this is good though. We got 3 people. Okay, here we go. Let me see. I've seen 2. We are famous for Bigfoots here. So where's here, my friend? Are we talking about the Pacific Northwest? Where you staying in that area? I know that's a big hot spot for Bigfoot. Okay. Oh, we got a new one here. Let's see. That's yes, Northern Cali. Okay. In Houston. Well, that's where you're coming from. Okay. Let me see. I think it's Mernick. One. Okay. You might need to tell me how that's pronounced. I don't want to because that's a kind of almost like an abbreviation. But he's saying you're moving OMG like I'm about to click off. Moving? What do you mean moving? In Houston. What do you mean by that? Yeah, don't click off, man. Stay with us. You know what I'm saying? If you got any questions, ask. Come on. Let's see. The homeless are coming up missing here big time. Oh, really? In Houston? Do you think it has any?
Not surprising.
Yeah.
That's been an epidemic going on for a while.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, David Pilates has mentioned in one of his interviews that you never see vagrants, vanish in the way that these other people have. So obviously it is happening, but just in certain places. They probably don't televise it because they are homeless,
Basically, they're seen as expendable. As bad as that sounds.
Right.
They are seen as expendable. No one will miss them. No one will care.
Yeah, this is the reason why we never hear about it. Yep, and it says big since Harvey. So I would imagine he's talking about a hurricane or something. I think there was a Hurricane Harvey at one point, I believe. But is that what you're saying? Since Harvey, like the hurricane? Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I remember about Hurricane Harvey. Okay. Right. So, anybody got any more questions? Any more? And I want some whoppers, man. Let's get some whoppers in so we can really understand what's really going on. If you got a question that is so big that you just can't seem to grasp, it can be answered here, and that's a promise. We've been doing it for 18 hours, so you know it can be done. That's why we're here. I hope Michael Bird comes back. Because I hate ending this without ending it on the way I want to. I got to keep cutting it off, and it's making me mad. It be getting so good, too. Now we got 4. Okay. So we're still missing 3 other people because we only got 2 people that came through. So we still got 3 that haven't actually, commented yet. I got a light though. So to the other 3, please feel free. If you got any questions, you probably mulling it over in your brain, trying to figure out what you need to ask. Like I said, on this channel, let's see, do you believe in giants? The Bible gets into it.
Okay. When it comes to that, that is actually referring to the Guardians. They are much taller than we are. They're much wider than we are. So they're not exactly ridiculously taller than we are, but due to their width and height, they do make kind of intimidating, imposing figures, So, yes.
Yeah. And, they can pretty much grow to any size and shrink down to just a ball of energy, So they can manipulate their shape, to their own ability. So, yeah. Very, very true about that, but it just depends on the information that you receive. So, okay, here we go. Let's see, aliens, your thoughts.
Yeah, also interdimensionals.
Mm-hmm. Interdimensional beings, my friend. That's exactly what they are. So, alien is just a label, for people to be able to understand it in their own way, basically.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to the Greys, they're rather nasty individuals. Yeah, so
some
they're not very friendly.
Yeah. Okay. Now the question that I would have this is one that I've actually been mulling over my brain. They have said that they think that most of them could be genetically engineered, like organic, like robots and all that stuff. Yeah.
No. You know where that comes from? The dark ones do not feel emotion. They are numb. So, I guess you could consider them like robots because they don't show emotion at all. They don't feel it.
Right. Okay. Now he's asking about you. He said, "Who is the lady on the live?" So you want to introduce yourself?
I am the light.
Hope you ready for this.
Gets into, if you haven't watched the message from the Speaker in the Light, and then the other video that we did earlier today. That might be.
Hello, I am the speaker, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. That's the name of the video. Message from the Speaker in the Light. They are introducing themselves. They're revealing who they truly are. So that's what this is about. They are conveying some messages that have to be said, and these messages are of the ultimate truth that have to be put out there for people to hear, even if you're having a hard time believing it. But that's why we're here, to make sure you understand everything the way you're supposed to understand it, not from what you may have read in the Bible or in the book or history books. A lot of that is false information or misinterpreted or flipped. So it's kind of hard to get the actual truth, especially if you don't know if you're actually getting it or not. So that's why we're here, to make that possible for you to hear what you've always wanted to hear, you know, as far as the truth itself. And this is coming in from
yes,
sorry, go ahead.
If you're interested and want to know a more in-depth understanding, there is a video on this Insane Disappearances channel called A Message from the Speaker in the Light, and that is the message that we are here to help try and help people understand. And
right.
And it's basically, the point of it is to create awareness for an upcoming event, and that is the return of the balance.
Right. Okay, now this one is coming from another brand new person. Their name is Think Strong, and they're saying, one time I woke up to feeling a strong, scary presence in my room. Then I felt a shot through my head, and my eyes rolled back, and I fell back asleep. What happened? Whoa. Okay.
Well, there are things on this plane. They can get into your mind, and I have experienced that. They can pretty much get into your head and either sort of knock you unconscious, or if they choose to, just make it to where you can't move.
Yeah.
Now, some people would call that sleep paralysis, but I've actually experienced that without being asleep. So,
yeah, me too. Oof. That's a weird feeling. I believe they call that
the
solution.
reason that they're able to do that is because due to that programming, we are not up to our full potential. We don't have any guard against that. So when it comes to beings that do have those abilities, they can pretty much do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he's also asking, can she drop a link to her channel in the chat if she has one?
Well, if you want to contact either one of us, you could do so in the comments of one of our videos that we have on this channel, or the speaker has a email address that you can put any kind of question that's sort of personal in, that you might not want other people to see.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have channels ourselves, and that's why we've come to the aid of our friend here at Insane Disappearances.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm here.
And by the way, that email address is thespeaker9485@outlook.com. The speaker 9485 is all one word. And Outlook, OUTLOOK.
Okay. Now I will be posting that information in the information box below this video, for more, instruction. And I'm also, I mentioned earlier in my very first live video that I was going to post this video about the information dealing with how big the Earth's atmosphere truly is. I will make sure I will link that to my channel in the description box below. So Oh, and we got a message from our friend here. He was saying that he really enjoyed the show tonight. It was awesome. So I was hoping we'd hear from him.
He sent you a message.
Yep. He was
Well, see if you could get him to send his Facebook again, since I couldn't find it.
okay.
And tell him if he's not, about to go to bed or something, he's more than welcome to come join this one too.
Right.
We would love to have him back.
Oh yeah, we love to have you back. I don't know, make sure I tell him that. Can't find it. And if you're not planning on turning in, please feel free to return for round 3. There we go. Hopefully he'll respond to that and get back on here since I'm doing it live again. All right. And hopefully he will. All right. So I hope that answers your question, my friend. So, all right. So does anybody have anything else? So now we're down to 3. So if the third person comes in, we'll be not. Well, that's the third person. I think strong. So yeah. So we answered that person's question. So if you got another one, just let me know, and we'll answer it. This has been turning out to be a very fun experience.
Yeah, and like I said in the other chat, he's more than happy to answer any questions that you might have for him if he can answer them.
Right. So feel free to ask.
Very much so.
Yeah, so feel free to ask any questions you need to ask, no matter how weird, no matter how strange, no matter how out there. The out there stuff is the true stuff. You just don't realize it yet because of that programming. We covered that in the last video. So, like I said, for the ones that haven't probably seen it, it'd be best if you watch that video or all of them first. That way you get a good idea of what's going on here. But that's basically what this is all about, getting a message from the speaker in the light about all the truths that you've been hidden from by this programming. That's why we're here, to make sure that we break away those blocks so that you can receive the information that you're supposed to receive or should have received a long time ago, basically.
Are there no questions coming in?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, we're down to like 3 viewers now.
Well, we could fill in the silence by sort of explaining a little more about who we are for those who just tuned in,
Right.
who might not have watched
Right.
the previous videos.
Right.
Do you want to start with that?
Sure. You can call me the speaker. I'm also the guardian of light. And the light, the female that's speaking here is a close friend of mine, and we became friends in high school. And not to give away our age, but that was a good while ago. So, But there was a reason why our paths crossed, and it's only till recently that we understood why our paths were meant to cross. Is because I have been a part of her life for many of her lives since shortly after her creation. Now, to go into that, I used to be a guardian, and my brother, her mate, was also a guardian. And there was a time that my brother cast out his light and became darkness.
Hey, Michael.
And when he did that, he went on a rampage. And I was on the front lines helping everyone else try to stop him, those that didn't take his side. And it reached a point where we got tired of fighting. So I went to our Father, the Creator, and I asked him to heal my brother's pain. And see, what caused him to cast out his light was he had asked for a mate. A lot of us guardians did, and some of us were granted a mate, and others weren't. He was one of those that was not granted one. He couldn't understand that, and he couldn't understand why he couldn't have what he wanted. So when he cast out his light, he went on his rampage. Well, when I asked Father to heal his pain,
Oh, he's back. He's back.
the Father created his mate, which is the light. And she became his everything, and all the fighting stopped. His rampage came to a halt. So, although that was short-lived, because see, when we were battling, he brought that fight to Earth, this plane, and it sparked a seed of fear. So the humans, who the Guardians were there for, became fearful of the Guardians, and they began asking for the Guardians' removal. So when they were removed, that balance was separated, because she had to remain here on Earth, and she had to go through the incarnation cycle as human. Well, since I spoke for him, my brother came to me and asked me if I would guard her, come to Earth with her, and I promised him I would. So we both went to Father, and Father approved, but the condition was that I would have to come here to Earth and be incarnated as a human as well. So, therefore, it was done. And lifetime after lifetime, I have been there for her in many different ways. And in lives that I was not able to, protect her firsthand, I entrusted those with the task to do so. So she was still guarded. And that has went on from lifetime to lifetime up to this point now in this life. And that is why we were meant to meet in high school. It was by design.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that sums up how all this began. Now, I also want to reveal something too as a recap, since this was in the last video. For the ones that still watch my channel, that I see, that I recognize here, my reveal is that I found out not too long ago that I am a guardian of Earth and nature, and I'm also an angel, but an angel of light and darkness, because I am also a agent of the balance. So my job is to know the place of darkness and light within the balance. I have to understand it, how it works, how they work. I have to get to know them in order to know what the balance is and to have balance in my life. And I have been doing that. So that is why we are all together as a team here, working together, trying to make sure that we are able to get all of the truth out there, including about ourselves, because it's time for that. I was waiting for the moment when I'm supposed to reveal myself to the world, or to my fans and to everyone here on YouTube, and that night was tonight. In my last live video, which was maybe about like an hour ago at the most, I had to cut it off because my Wi-Fi went bad on me. So we're back again for round 3. And so I'm recapping this for everyone to hear and to go into my story of how it all started. How it started for me was when I first met the light through my YouTube channel. I started off with the interview that I did of the woman who went into Brown Mountain National Park. And that video gave her the incentive to tell her story. Her mate said that it was okay for her to do it because that's what you're supposed to do. And coming to my channel would do that. Because I am the kind of person who gives anyone a chance to tell their story, to have a voice, and to tell, and it's true, and you want to share it. So that's why I'm here, for that reason alone. So we had a chance to talk, and I had a chance to interview her and her experiences and everything. And we went on from that. After the video, we started talking, and we've been talking ever since. Now, because of that, I met her mate and didn't even realize that I actually met him, because he came to me through meditation, and I asked a question about a person that I wanted to know about, who disappeared in British Columbia, and he told me. All that coming together, I also got a chance to find out who my guardian's name was. He told me himself. Now, once that happened, one night I was coming home from work. I got home. It's the middle of summer. He told me there's a surprise waiting for me at the tree in my front yard. So I was like, okay. He says, I want you to go out there barefooted and touch the trunk of the tree. So I did that. I took off my shoes and my socks, went outside for the very first time in my life barefooted. And it felt good, by the way. And I got to the tree. I placed my hand on the bark of the tree, on the trunk. And I instantly got this surge of energy that came through the tree and into my body from my hand. And it pretty much engulfed me. And when it reached down to my feet, I instantly felt roots. It felt like roots growing out of my feet and into the ground. And then this voice out of nowhere just came out and said that you are now rooted to the earth and nature. I was like, what? Couldn't believe it at first, but I know it was happening because I felt the roots growing out of my feet once I realized that's what they were. I didn't know what it was at first, but I know I felt it. I was like, but I was still standing there just letting it happen because, I've always been into things like that. So when I experienced it, I didn't want to just back away from it. I wanted to see where it was going to take me. So I did. And I found out that I was also a guardian of earth and nature, and that my true name of my inner being, who I truly am, is named Natana. So this is who I am, Natana, guardian of earth and nature. I'm also a guide and a teacher, a wise man from what I've been told, and also a prophet, which I've been called by somebody else, one of my viewers, but I'm not boasting on that, but that's what he called me. But I know that I will be known as a wise man as well. I do have classes that I conduct in my job where I talk to people who are on the same level as I am. Some of them that I have met are actual angels living here in the physical plane. Some have purposes for other reasons alone. And not all of them are angels, but I do know a couple of them that work at my job. A lot of people don't know that, but the ones that I talk to do know that. So that's pretty much it, other than the fact that I'm also a father of 2 children and my wife, who is actually a tree nymph. And I love them more than anything. I finally know what it feels like to be an actual father. I'm not saying I don't already, because I do have a daughter here in the physical plane. But this also is another part of who I am that I didn't know about until recently, and it just warms me to my heart because I do feel their energy. I do talk to them. I talk to my wife all the time. She's not here in the physical plane yet, but she will be, you know, when the time comes for us to finally meet together and start living our lives as a married couple, and of course with my family, my kids. But also because of me being the person that I am, I'm also a truth seeker and a knowledge seeker, which led me to my channel and to do the things that I am, because I've always felt the need to help people. I grew up thinking that I did not belong here ever since I was a child. I always knew there was something wrong with me, and the fact that not in a bad way, but I just knew that I was different from everyone else. And I could tell that by the way people treated me. They didn't understand my way of thinking. They didn't understand why I was the way I was. You know, I was never bothered by certain things like peer pressure. I was always the same person. I was always a humble person, but I found out later on that was because of my guardian angel. He gives off a calming, humble like energy, and it makes me act this way, you know, because he's around me all the time. He's behind me right now. I feel his presence. You know, he's guiding me through this. He's helping me reveal myself to everyone, which is what I really wanted to do. So I'm still learning as I go about who I am. So I only have so much information, but whatever I gain from, you know, from the knowledge that I learned about myself, I will reveal that to everyone, because I'm still going to reveal more of who I truly am. But that is pretty much the nutshell. I'm a guardian of earth and nature. You know, that is my purpose. That's what I was created for. Now, as far as me finding out other stuff, I found out that I'm also related to her mate, as he's my uncle. And the fact that I'm also related to the others, you know, the other angels and the other guardians, you know. So, and that's pretty much it right there. I mean, except for the fact that I also learned that, you know, it was the moment when I learned who I truly was, as far as when I woke up, because I found out that my energy was, I had suppressed it down so low within my core, I was never detected by anyone, because I was told that I was a lost relative. Didn't know what that meant. I even asked the question when I finally tapped into my inner being: can I give up my human half to become who I truly am? You know, and he told me that you can't be something that you were not created to be, which was a seed that was planted for me to learn who I truly am today. And that's when I found out one day when I was at work, and I just woke up, and everything that I knew who I was just flooded into my head. When I just blurted out, said, "I'm one of them." It just came out. I started feeling the joints on my back of, you know, my wings and everything. And it got to a point where I couldn't even stand up straight because they were just that heavy, because I never felt them before. So I'm walking around all slumped over, but I'm looking around me. And because of all this happening, my perception of reality changed completely. I actually started seeing the guardians of all the other people that I work with right in behind them. You know, some of the people that I actually talked to, they don't believe in guardians, angels. They don't believe in angels at all. But I still know that they were standing right behind them. They just didn't realize it. And see, that's because of the program and because of other people's religions, which causes you to not believe in what needs to be believed in. But that's why we're here tonight, to make sure that whatever you know to be a folklore, mythology, anything that was supposed to be taught to you as a story, but is actually real, that's what we're here to do. We're here to get that information out and make sure you understand that everything that you thought wasn't real actually is. You know, you just have to understand how everything came to be, you know. But like I said, that's what we're here to do. We're here to open people's minds, to wake them up, to release those blocks in your mind that the program put together. So let's push forward. Let's get started with some more questions. So if anybody has any more, don't see anything else. So we'll just pass the time with more information that we need to pass on to you guys. So you guys have anything else?
Maybe she could speak on how we came to know who we are or who we were, but in this life, you know, how we came about that.
Okay. I guess I should probably start with how my mate, how I met him.
Okay.
He basically came through a portal straight into my living room. And it was sort of like I saw this sort of, it looked like a cross between spiderweb and smoke. And it just sort of appeared, and this energy came out of it, and it went straight through me. And when it did, right in the center of my chest, it felt like something shifted and settled. And what that was him reconnecting with me. Now, at first, I tried to ignore him. I knew he was there. I could feel him. But I tried to ignore him. But he wasn't having any of that. And then after a while of realizing he's not going to let me ignore him, he started telling me things. He started out with things that wouldn't be so shocking to me. Little lost histories of the world and that kind of thing. And everything he was saying, it struck me as like I could feel the truth in the words he was saying, and it made sense. Like all these little missing pieces. And the way that I found out who I was he did it in a very clever way. He was actually explaining it to the speaker. And that's how I found out that I was the light to his darkness. But he's always been honest with me from the beginning. He told me, he was darkness at one time. But he couldn't be that way anymore. And it was just the way he explained things. It was always in a way that I could understand it. And he has explained that everybody has their own way of learning things and understanding things. And they know that. When they look at a person, they see the actual being within them, and they know that being. They know how to teach you just everything about you, basically. And once he explained all of that, and little pieces of knowledge in between that, is kind of like a natural process of he was giving us that knowledge so that we could understand. He was planting little seeds that we might not understand at that moment, but later on it would lead to realizations and revelations and complete understanding, and it was just absolutely mind-blowing at times. But yeah, once the speaker realized who he was, and he stepped in that role to help me. The speaker and my mate were kind of working as a team. Of course, the speaker didn't know that at the time. He didn't know that while he was talking to me here, my mate was talking to me from where he's at, and they sort of gently helped me realize, because it had to be a gentle process, because there is a lot of trauma surrounding our separation. I mean, it's like having half your soul ripped away from you. And he does not want me to remember what it was like to be separated from him. So they had to do that in a very gentle way so it didn't trigger any kind of trauma memories. But once I did realize and step into that, it was very painful at first to realize part of me was missing and locked away from me, where I can't get to him. But that's sort of how that came to be, how we stepped into our roles.
Okay. Yeah, so we got one coming in from my friend. He finally came back, and what he wants to know is, what do y'all think about the Fae that have taken some people from the national forest? Not the fairies, but the Fae.
Oh, you better be careful of them. They will definitely lure you away.
Yeah, I heard a lot about them.
Yeah, I've actually had experience with one of them. Trying to get me to follow it. And I was like, nope, I don't like the feeling you're giving off. I'm not coming anywhere near you.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, my friend. Very careful. Yeah. I want to tread down the wrong path. Ugh. That's a situation.
Yeah, I was with a friend at the time, and he saw it too, and he started to go towards it, and I told him, I said, don't do that. Stay away from that. You don't want to go near it. Just ignore it.
Yeah.
And he's like, why? And I was like, trust me, you don't want anything to do with that.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy when you actually have to tell somebody that. Let's see, one becomes two and two becomes one. How to fix a broken soul.
I love how you put that, because that's kind of how he explained it at first. We are one, but we are two. And basically what that means is we are very much connected. I was made from a part of him. And we are two individuals, but we are linked as one.
Right. And see, it's the same with me and my wife. I found out that, when I first met her and we began to talk on a regular basis, like how I talk with my friends, the light in the speaker, she would never turn around to face me. She always had her back to me every time, no matter what. And it was only because she hasn't revealed her true form to me. And that's the stuff that's been going on with us for a while, like learning about the true forms of our guardians and all that stuff. I won't get into that. That's a whole different story. But finally, she revealed her true form to me, which was a root. And it's kind of funny because I was rooted to the earth and nature by her. I found that out too, that she was the one that did that. And we have pretty much the same connection that my friend and her mate has, just not as strong as theirs is now. But it will be, because she is a part of me in the same breath, because she is also linked with my consciousness as one. We are two, but we are also one. And we have gotten to that point where we have been merged together. Sometimes I feel a split going down the middle of my body, and I feel her on one side and I feel me on the other. Sometimes when they merge together, I can feel us both. It's like we're co-mingling in one body, almost. So just the fact that she told me that she was a root, because it's the part that she thought I wasn't going to be able to accept, but I did, because I love her more than anything. She's my wife, and the same thing with my truth, and they're roots as well. Like I said, we merge together when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as the guardian of earth and nature. She helps me do my job as that. I don't completely know what that is yet, as far as maybe I can make things grow without using plant food or whatever. Maybe I probably can make plants grow in trees, flourish, or whatever. Who knows? Maybe bring plants back to life. I'm not sure yet. I don't know that part yet, and I'm not supposed to know until, I guess, when I reach my full potential. So, but she is a part of me just as much as he is a part of her, and it is a very wonderful feeling. It's a connection that you don't have with human mates. It's way different from that, because it's a strong, because they are your true mate. Your true mate is your main mate, the one that you are supposed to be with, the one that is made just for you. She was made just for me. And to know that she's a root and I'm human, but I'm also a guardian and an angel, it all just fits, and it's a wonderful feeling just knowing that she's here. A lot of times when I'm at my computer, she'll come in and she'll wrap her arms around my neck and give me a big hug and everything. And it makes me feel good. And I know it's her. So, because she gives off this wonderful energy that is of nature, because she is of nature. She's that connected to it. So, yeah, that's my story. But yeah, moving on to his next question. That part. It's normally it normally has to be something extremely serious for that to be done to a soul, a major trauma to the soul, or how to hide a soul from being found. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened to me. And I didn't realize that, because I know that when I woke up, I knew that my energy was down to a tiny little point where no one could find me. For whatever reason, I don't know. I just know that I was a lost relative. They were trying to find me, obviously, or they couldn't find me. And then, boom, there I was. And all that came into place. I'm sorry?
When it comes to, like, the traumas, there were times after, listening to him and his teachings and understanding what he was saying, I would have these moments of fear that I was going to wake up and he would be gone. And I kind of figured out that was sort of trauma surrounding our separation, that he would just be gone. Right. And in all honesty, at this point, as connected as we have become, I would be absolutely lost without him.
Right. I feel the same way about my mate as well. I'd be lost without her. Now that I am more connected to her than ever, and knowing about my children, that gives me that drive to love them more than anything, even though I can't feel them or touch them. I can feel them, but I can't touch them physically. And that it breaks my heart, but I know that I will have that moment. So I have to think about that more than anything. And she constantly tells me that all the time, that she's not going anywhere. We were meant to be. I will never leave you for anyone. I will always have the same amount of love for you that I have now when we're finally together. So that warms my heart a lot. So yeah, for me, that was a very big eye-opener for me. That trauma was just like, it was huge. Okay. And it is one way that entities are allowed to come to Earth, as humans.
Yes.
Yep. Very true. Very true. Let's see. The one thing that people have to understand, you have to look at creating a life in a different way, because humans don't have that capability. Only the Creator has that capability, because our inner beings are actually pieces coming from the Creator. And that's where they get the term made in his image. We're not made in his image. We're actually made in his energy. And that's where that term comes from. A piece of his energy is placed into these physical vessels that we have. But this energy becomes our inner being. Inner being, it has an intelligence. And that's who is speaking to you. Like for me, that's who is speaking to you from this vessel. My true self, my inner being. It's just that when I connect my mind with my inner being, you hear who I truly am. And that's the most important part of who we all are. We are all energy, eternal energy with a purpose and an intelligence. We are actually immortal energy as well, because energy does not die. It just transforms. So when we leave this physical vessel, we are basically immortal at that point. And we can choose to go to another life on another level, or stay in the in-between place to rest or learn more about the truth and realize that everything that we ever knew about our own life was a lie. So, yeah, that's what that comes from. And as far as as far as me, everything that I've learned about myself, I've had a lot of mind-blowing experiences about things because it was just so credible yet incredible at the same time. And it's like that clarification, and once I had my moment of clarity where all of the clutter was removed from my mind and or mostly pushed back to where it makes room for all the lost knowledge, that was all of the blocks being lifted from my mind from this program that I actually broke away from. So now I'm free to think freely as well as do what I need to do to get the information out there for all of you. So me being a mediator for my channel and talking about the things that I talk about, this is an elevated version of it, and it's going to stay that way. I'm going to continue to talk about everything that needs to be talked about, and I'm talking about the truth. We'll be still talking about people who disappear in national parks. That's never going to change. But I'm upping the amp with everything that I'll talk about on my channel. We're going to be doing this a lot more often now that I can do this live chat from my computer. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more coming. Guaranteed it. And whatever I learn about myself, that I didn't know before, if I feel there's the need for me to say it at the time, I will convey that message to all of you as well. Because I do speak nothing but the truth, and that's what I will always do from now on. I mean, I've always done it no matter what, so I will continue to do that. Anything else you want to add while we wait for another question?
These moments of just silence.
Yeah. Because I was actually thinking about ending it after an hour because it is getting pretty late. It's almost 3:00, and I do have to get some sleep so I can go to work. So I know it is getting late for them too, so they may not be coming in because I'm still got 3 people on here, and I guess if they can think of a question, I'm pretty sure they're gonna post it. But time is winding down. We done did 3 of these, and it's been a lot, about 2 hours each time. So I may cut it down to just 1 hour. Then we're just gonna get off of here, and the next time we will reconvene and talk about everything that needs to be talked about. And you guys feel free to come through. Oh, here we go. We got another one that just came in. Her name is China Blue Sea. Good morning from France. Good morning to you, China Blue Sea. Okay. Now this is coming from my bird, our friend. He said yes, and that is the vibration I was speaking of. That vibration, if you can produce that vibration, that energy, it is the true name of the creator. See, good morning from America. Yeah, same here. Good morning from America. That's where we are. So, do you have any questions for us, China Blue Sea? Feel free. Whatever question you want to ask about angels, about maybe you had a weird experience that needs to be explained, it can be answered right here. So, whether it be about ghosts or maybe you saw a vampire or the black-eyed children, whatever it is, we can answer it right here.
Oh, and I tried to find you on Facebook, Michael, but apparently you're well hidden.
Yeah. So if you can send some information where she can find you, that way we can keep in touch and have our little powwows together, the 4 of us. That'd be greatly appreciated.
You may have to send him a friend request and then find me and the speaker on his friends list.
Yeah. So I'm on there.
And
Just
once you sent him a friend request and he accepts it, he will tell you our actual name.
right. Yeah.
So you can find us.
Right. And see, to find me, it's Lamech. I am Aloha McCoy on Facebook. So look for that. Send me a friend request. I will definitely accept it. And we can go from there. And we can reveal everything that needs to be revealed between the four of us. You know, that way we can all kind of work together with this stuff, you know. So,
who knows? We may have a fourth person doing these videos soon.
Yeah, you just might. That would be great. You know, you could either, like I said, like she said, you know, send me a friend request on Facebook, you know, or put it in the comment section, send it through my email. My email is meckdee@comcast.net. Or like I said, easiest way to do it, you know, send me a friend request, and then we can just go from there. We can all just get started with the powwows and all that stuff, because I really want to do that. I love to hear what you got to say about a lot of things on a one-on-one basis. So that's possible. Please do so, my friend. Please. Not anxious, but very looking forward to this. Oh, here we go. Okay, China Blue Siege. Let's see. It's all being the observer. What we can conceptualize is that is what tongue tied here is what is our truth. The more centered one is, the more objective is your view on what you live. Sorry, my brain is not into gear. Just woke up. Hey, look, it's late. I'm getting a little tired myself, so I understand. But, you know, we got this energy to keep going because of what we need to get out there. So don't feel bad. Trust me, I know how that is. Okay, sorry. I have y'all had any experiences with bows that hunt us?
To the lady in France, I would like to say that welcome, but we have already had like 2 of these live chats.
Yeah.
And they're pretty long.
Yes, they are.
And then we have a video all on its own where we explain or we share the message that we've been talking about, and you can feel free to search the Insane Disappearances channel for those videos and watch them at your leisure. I understand you're just waking up, and for us, we're ready to wind down. So
yeah, we've been at this for 18 hours, so we've been conveying a lot of information. You know, my true reveal of who I truly am, them, and all of this lost knowledge that no one knows about. You know, so don't feel bad. You know, we're all tired, and I know you're tired too. So, you know, I know you're just getting here, but you know, we're here for that. Like I said, we're going to be doing more of these live chats from now on. And whenever we feel we need to do it, we're going to be on here. And you can always come in on a fresh note where you're wide awake and ready to, you know, get your brain in gear. So I know, like I said, I know how that feels. But she also says being centered is a state it's difficult to put into words. And he meant to say those, not bows.
Oh, he's talking about the ones that hunt us.
Right.
Well,
let's answer her question.
Things that would probably be considered that, but they don't bother me. They don't. They very much stay away from me. I'll just put it that way. He is not going to let them anywhere near me to do any kind of harm to me.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
And I do have things on this physical plane as well that are sort of guarding me that I did not know about until very, very recently.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now this one is this was from Michael Bird. He said, he was talking about how he meant, well, okay, we got that part. Now this is coming from April. She had to leave, but now she's back. Now I think she asked this question one time before about the ghost boxes, both ghost box sections.
Oh yeah,
Sessions.
She's back.
Yeah.
The ghost box sections. No, I have seen that done, but that sometimes what you're picking up on that ghost box are different frequencies. It might not necessarily be a spirit or a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's things on other levels.
Yep. Or other people on other levels.
But if you're asking if we've got personal experience with those, I know that I haven't.
Me neither. I mean,
No, I don't.
the only thing I've done is watched Huff Paranormal. He does that a lot, and he's pretty good at it. Now he is contacted by certain people that actually call out his name on the boxes and everything. So if you want to check his channel out to see how that works, it's cool. But yeah, that's not what we do here. Okay, now this is coming from my friend, Stateville, North Carolina.
Okay. Let me see.
This is Michael Bird B. IRD. Should be a teddy bear smoking a cigar and holding a Tommy gun is my thumbnail pic. That's okay. That's what we're doing already. We can't really reveal too much about ourselves anyway. So I know exactly how that is. He was saying, sorry, sorry, creature of habit, in hiding himself. You find it?
I found it.
Okay, cool.
I just sent it.
All right, cool. All right. Ooh. All right, this is going to be fun. Okay, did you just send me a friend request on Facebook?
Yes, that was me.
Yep,
I did.
she did. Okay, now this question is from China Blue Sea about the bowl you're talking about. My view is that you shouldn't open doors you cannot close.
That is very much true.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That is very much true. You really have to be careful what you're doing.
Oh yeah, and see, that's what a lot of people was trying to get me to understand when I first posted the recording of this. People were coming in saying, "Be careful what you be messing with." I had one person that was always my biggest fan, he actually blocked me from Facebook message, but that was his choice, and I'm not mad, everything. So, hopefully he'll still watch the videos. He may not comment at all, but that's fine. I still love you. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. Yeah, there we go. I'm about to send you one too. I just sent you one myself, my friend. So.
By the way, I like your profile picture.
Oh yeah, it's very, very manly. I love the Tommy gun part. That's cool. All right. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I was one of those people telling you to be careful and making sure you understood what you were doing. Oh yeah. Oh, I do now. Trust me. I have learned a lot since then. And I know not to convey too much information. Trust me. Especially if it's not meant to be said. And my guardian angel makes sure that I don't say what I don't need to be saying as well. And so does her mate, because I talk with him as well.
Oh yes, he will very much tell me, be careful.
Yeah.
What you say.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I put my foot in my mouth enough times to know this too. Okay. Let's see. The problem is that there are a lot of questions than answers. That is points, and I think a lot of questions are not important. It depends on the question.
When it comes to that, when they were separated from this plane, that knowledge that we needed to understand a lot of things went with them.
Yeah.
So we were left to kind of do things on our own, and you kind of see where that has gone.
Oh yeah.
So that's why there's more questions than answers, because there are things that happen and we don't know how to understand it, because we don't have the knowledge to understand it.
Yeah. But once again, that's why we're here. We're here to make sure you understand it. Yeah, I know it's gonna be.
Yes, but even I must say this: there are those out there like us who do know the truth, and they try to spread that. But now, some of them don't fully understand it.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is what they don't understand. They kind of fill in the gaps with their own theories and ideas, and it kind of gets turned into misinformation.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That definitely happens. And it's been happening for decades, for centuries. So
yes, I mean, everything that we have been talking about, that we have been saying, this is coming straight from the source.
Exactly, and that's the best way to get any answer, is coming straight from the source. If you try to go to Google, Wikipedia, any kind of books that you may think has anything to do with it, like cryptic creatures or whatever, even the Bible, it depends on what Bible you're reading. If you're reading the book of Thoth, it's going to be a lot more information in there that you never could get from a Bible, or the book of Enoch. That's another true book, Bible.
Well, the book of Thoth, I'm not sure that's meant for us humans to read.
Oh, well, yeah. I was really trying to say the book of Enoch.
Tablets
right.
Of Thoth.
Yeah. I was really talking about. I was trying to say the book of Enoch, but it wouldn't come out until after I said that. So that was my fault. So I apologize. Okay, now it says
you will have to be careful with things like that too, because like I said, what they don't know, they fill in.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah.
Right.
And there's a lot of that, as Michael pointed out earlier. The Emerald Tablets, what we know of them, and even the Book of Enoch, what we know of that, it's not complete. Okay,
I just saw a thin streak of light just shoot across, like in an angle, like from the back of my head and down.
Yeah.
Wow. I just saw it.
Anyway. I've actually seen a couple of things behind you. I just didn't mention it.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure I'll see it when I replay this, because I will be looking for it. It's going to take me about an hour to see it, but hey. Oh, yeah, but I'm hoping you'll tell me after we're done here. Okay, now moving on here. Let's see. This is again from China Blue Sea. She says, I like your program, your simplicity and honesty ID. Hey, that's what I'm all about. This is a channel where you learn the truth, the ultimate truth. And there's no fabrication, there's no misinformation, no like misinterpretation, none of that. This is all the truth. That's what I started out with. That's what I tend to finish it with. Nothing but the truth. This is the truth that they want you not to know. Because here's the thing I'm going to tell you right now, because how I know this is true. When I first started looking up this stuff, like the Black Knight Salad and all that stuff on my computer, I've had unmarked black helicopters following me twice in 2 years. And I knew they were because of the pattern they were flying. Now, most helicopters that you see in the sky, they always fly in the air. They're never flying directly towards you. And it happened too many times to me. Twice. The first time was flying directly over my head while I was going to the grocery store. The second time, they flew directly over my apartment and just kept going in a straight line. Right, it was like two helicopters in a formation, just flying straight ahead like this. So they were just trying to make their presence known, knowing that they were watching me. And it's ironic how they literally flew directly over my apartment itself, not the apartment complex, but my actual apartment directly over my head. So that was a little too accurate, if you ask me, for twice in 2 years. I'm just saying. And then when I posted the video from the woman who went to Brown Mountain National Park, my neighbor told me there was a black SUV parked outside my house, monitoring my house. So they let you know that I was doing something they didn't want me to do, but it was too late because the information was already out there. So, and then one time, all my videos weren't on my phone, so I thought maybe they deleted them. But all I had to do was reboot my phone. They all came back, so I was very happy about that. Okay, now we're gonna get going here. Make sure.
Is George still with us?
You know what? I haven't seen him in a while. I think when he came in early, he probably went to bed because I think he was on the last video. I hadn't seen him since that we started.
No, George. I mean Michael.
Oh, Michael. Yeah, he's here. He's still here.
That's what I mean. I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't mean to rename you George. But I have recently sent you a friend request.
Right. So yeah, we're all gonna be friends here on Facebook. Yay! All right. Okay. Now moving on here. Let's see here. Let's see. Did you just from request? Yeah, we covered that. China Blue Sea says box. I meant. Oh, she was talking about the ghost boxes. I think she might have spelled it wrong earlier. Okay. That's okay. We all make mistakes, trust me. I make quite a few of them myself when I be trying to type stuff in. Okay, yeah, I was one of those people telling you. Oh yeah, we covered that part. Cool. The problem with this point. Yep, we covered that. Just trying to catch up because they all started coming in like crazy. Let's see. Make a program. Okay, our brain needs to be clear as the exterior throws loads of concepts, possibilities, awful stuff at us. We have to stay objective and calm. Okay. What's your take on it?
Yes, that you definitely have to try to block out as much misinformation as possible.
Oh yeah, big time. It'll be tough because you're so used to knowing that information, but you have to do it and you have to practice every day on getting that out of your head. That way you'll be able to understand things. Your perception will change instantly. I guarantee you it's going to be a whole new experience for you. Trust me, because I know I've been there. I'm still there. Every time I turn around, I'm learning something new and my perception just changes every time. There's been times I felt like I was literally about to take off into the air at some point while I'm at work. I've been told that I cannot reveal what I can do in front of people until it's time for me to do that. So when that happens, I'm just literally just floating. I've actually done that once when I was sitting outside on the stoop where I was getting up and getting to go back inside. But, as you get up, sometimes your feet kind of lift off the ground to get a better momentum when you're ready to stand up, without holding on to something. So as I'm doing that, my feet never left the ground as my body was lifting up. And then once I stood up straight, my feet just hit the steps. just like I just came down hard. So there's times where my my full potential peaks every once in a while. Where little things will happen, like I'll move something with my hand, or like one time I was in the bathroom and I moved the toilet seat with my torso, or like with my lower half or something. It was weird, but it happened. I just heard it move forward and it hit the back end of the commode or whatever. So there's little small, quirks that would happen. Just little things, that would just happen out of the blue. And I have been told that it's everything that I am able to do, it would just happen naturally. I won't have to call it forth like how they do in cartoons where they call it out real loud and all of a sudden they catch on fire and they just throwing all this energy like Dragon Ball Z. None of that stuff. That's not how that works. It's just a natural thing that we just do because of the balance. Okay. Keeping up with everything here. Next one is from Matthew Winterstrom. This is a brand new viewer here. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to my channel. And welcome to this live chat. And if you haven't watched the videos that I posted before, this is a message that is coming from the speaker in the light. And we're here to answer any questions you may have that is of the mysterious, of the beyond, of whatever. Anything strange that you always wanted to know about that you never could get an answer for, you can get that answer right here. So feel free to come through with any questions that you may have. He said, keep going, buddy. We're with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you are. And we're going to be coming back with more information. So I'm glad you'll be here to join us. All right. And of course, Michael Brady saying LOL. Trying to figure out where that came from, but still, it's funny. Okay, now Jan Jacobs. Why does that name sound familiar? Yeah, well, welcome anyway, Jan Jacobs. Oh, no, you're not too late. You're never too late, Even though we have been doing this for at least about 18 hours still. you just right on time. Trust me, you're right on time. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If there are mysterious questions that you always wanted to answer for, but you never could get, this is where you can get those answers from, right here, because this is nothing but the truth being told. It's a truth that you may not be able to grasp yet, but if you want to know, come here, you can get the answers. I promise you. Okay. Now this is coming from our friend. You're never too late. You're always there when you need to be there. Very true. Very true. Okay. Oh, now this is a question. It's a very good question actually from Matthew. He wants to know, was 9/11 really aircraft?
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a very good question though. I've been wanting to know that myself.
I'll tell you a little secret about that. When it comes to any incident right before we enter a war, there has always been something that has caused us to enter that war. It's pretty much all set up. It's predetermined how they're going to do that. They plan it out specifically to create that conflict.
Okay. All right.
And that's just another way of creating that division between all of us.
Right. Very, very true.
Yes, but I think his question was it planes?
Well, yeah. Because they thought it was planes, then they said it was missiles or explosions that they set off individually, like they were demolishing a building. Because they could see those little puffs of smoke coming out at the side of the building before
there were planes.
Okay.
But that is not what caused the building to collapse.
Right. So there you have it. Now the question is, what was it? Now you may not be able to find that out just yet. But you may have.
Well, as I said, it's all planned.
Right. Yeah.
So,
it's all planned. Yeah. So
it was what they orchestrated.
Mm-hmm. So there you have it, my friend. You got your answer. Now, we got him again. He's asking a question about Trump. He says, who is Qanon? That's QANON. Is Q plus really Trump?
I'm not really sure who that is, but I know that name got a reaction out of him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, meaning that was Trump. That is Trump.
Just to clarify, I got a reaction out of that too, but I don't know for what reason.
Oh, okay.
I don't either, but it got a reaction out of him. No, I don't think it's Trump.
Okay. There's the answer, my friend. It's just that simple. All right. And Michael Bird is saying, "Yeah, I got you." And then he says, "Dragon Ball Z, that's a great example." Yeah, LOL. Yep. Yeah. Because I'll be honest. When I used to watch the original Dragon Ball Z from the Pioneer days back in like the early 90s, I paid attention to the animation and how they were so intricate on how they were able to gather the energy for their powers. And Goku was one of the ones I always focused on because it just looks so natural, like that was a thing that could actually happen. You know, you're concentrating and you're trying to squeeze the energy out because it's so forceful or whatever, and then you just boom, you ignite your energy and you got this energy just flowing everywhere. You know, but like I said, that is just a animated cartoon, so you can't really base it off of that. But it's a good analogy. So yeah. It made me think of that whenever I be thinking about my abilities and what I could truly do. But yeah, it's not like that. You know, I always used to think it was because I didn't know who I was back then. I just knew I was just who I am now. You know, before I found out who I truly was. But yeah, that's I couldn't help but think that. Okay, now he's got another question. Our friend here, he says it's interesting during 9/11 if you check out Egypt during that time when all the craziness was going on over there. They were digging up relic spots like crazy. They found quite a few things. Q plus is a conspiracy theory guy. Okay. So yeah, that wouldn't be Trump because he don't do conspiracy. He just create conspiracies by the things that come out of his mouth. So, yeah. All right. So yeah, there's your question right there, my friend. So see, you're getting all your answers right here on this channel, just like I told you. So, like I said, feel free to bring in more questions. You know, we'll definitely get them answered. If it won't be us, it'll be somebody else that may know something about it that's in the chat room. So, you know, this is the place for answers to flourish and to come alive. The real answers that everyone needs to know about, that is.
That makes me wonder why he had a reaction to that name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because I won't say I had a reaction to it, but I did feel something from that.
I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just something about that name that just kind of just made you kind of jump a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Okay. There's something about that name, yeah.
Yeah. Because he doesn't just react to, any little thing.
Yeah.
It is something that if we find out more about and if we can share it, we may do it in the future.
Right.
But that will depend on if we can share it or not.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Some of these things, some things are just not meant to be said, and I've learned that the hard way myself when I ask questions, and when he gets real quiet, then that's when I know it's not meant to be said. He does that. He doesn't shut down. He just doesn't answer. That's his way of saying it.
He's been quiet this whole time.
Yeah, very quiet.
That did get a reaction out of him.
Yeah. Well, I think what it is that this is our time to reveal ourselves. That's the reason why he's been quiet, and he sees that we're doing a very good job of it. So he didn't have to intervene unless he really needed to. So I would think that would be the reason why, because this is our moment, and he figured we could handle it. And I think we've been doing a pretty good job after 18 hours. So yeah. Okay. Now the next question is from China Blue Sea. Tried to listen to your post yesterday. The voice was so muffled I couldn't understand it. Understand a thing. Yeah, someone else told me the same thing. One of my students at my job said that he couldn't barely hear, so I told him to use his earphones probably hear a lot better. But he did apologize for that earlier. He said that was his fault.
Yeah, and I'll do that now. I apologize for making people strain their ears to hear me. That was my bad. I didn't have my microphone close enough to my mouth or speaking loud enough. So, it happens.
Yeah, but that's why we've been doing like 3 different videos. So whatever you did miss in that segment, you can find that out here, or what was said then that you couldn't hear. So it's going to be a lot better. It's live, so you're getting all the information that you couldn't get during the video. So, I'm glad you guys are here. All right. This is coming from my friend. Neil, one interesting thing I found during that time, they actually gained access to the hidden temple behind the Great Pyramids.
Oh, well, no wonder they wanted to create a distraction that took away from what was going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so.
Because they're not going to want any of that revealed.
Oh, no. Not at all. Okay, I am French too. This is coming from China.
Yeah, I figured that it wasn't a human named Michael from his reaction. He doesn't, like I said, he doesn't just react to anything.
Right. Yeah.
So that reaction let me know, okay, something's up with that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think we all felt that, but I couldn't pick up on it, but I knew something was up with that. I just like, wow, wait a minute. It just like, it stopped me in my tracks, actually, just by the name of it. It's almost like I actually know what's going on myself, but it's very deep down inside of me. I'm not supposed to know just yet. But, yeah. Okay. Now, this is coming from China Blue Sea again. I am French too. I didn't help. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You're here to get answers. You're going to get whatever you can get out of these. Trust me, regardless of the fact. Okay, now it's coming from Michael again. That name is not a human name for your information.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It definitely didn't sound like one. So. Oh, man. Whew. Boy. 1 hour and 32 minutes.
It kind of made him a little uppity for a second there. That's why I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Weird reaction.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a lot of weird reactions, coming up soon. A lot of weird reactions about everything. Hey. Well, oh, man. I don't know about you guys, but I really need to get some sleep. It's almost 3 o'clock. So, guys, I really hate to do this because I'm having a lot of fun, but I do have to go to work today, and I really need to get some sleep. So, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to end it right now because I am getting very tired. I'm still energized and do more, but my inner being is telling me I need to get some sleep, and so is my guardian. He's telling me I need to go to bed because I don't want to be too restless tomorrow when I get to work. So, I'm saying all that to say this: we will be doing more live chats from now on. Now, I'm gonna get with my friends here to find out when they want to do another one, and we'll work with our inner beings to see if we can come up with a time we can do this again. And I will make sure that anyone that didn't get a chance to get a question in, make sure you just, when you see the notification for a live video, just come right back through and we'll get all your questions answered. Okay. So let's just see what's going on here with these questions. I want to make sure I get these last ones in before I end it. Okay, let me see. Who do you think we are and what are we doing here? Very good question. Very good.
You talk about humans in general?
Yes, are you talking humans in general, or are you talking about our inner being and what our inner being is really here to do as far as our purpose?
Well, I'll cover our inner being. Okay. Our inner being are aspects of the Father to come down here and live lives in vessels to experience and learn lessons and grow. And because we're connected to him in that way, that is actually his way of experiencing life.
Okay. That sums it up. So there you have it, my friend. You got your answer. And this one's coming from Michael Bird. The interesting thing is, why is that name made public? The authority you give Something when you give your true name.
Oh yes, and he has talked about that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, sure is. Yep. Okay, guys.
Well, nevertheless, all will be revealed sometime.
Right. Exactly. Everything happens within its own time, so you just have to know that and be patient and just wait and see what's going to happen. Because it's the only way you're going to be able to get the truth. You don't want to alter anything trying to find out what it is. You want to let everything flow into the moment the way it's supposed to. I've been learning that myself. So, and I'm finally starting to do that, and everything's working out just fine. Everything's flowing the way it's supposed to in my life. You know, everything is coming together the way it's supposed to. So, but guys, I'm afraid I do have to end this because it is getting late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I do have to get some sleep because I have to be to work by 8 o'clock. And so that only gives me like 4 hours of sleep. So I have to get up early enough to get ready for work too. So that really only gives me about maybe 2 or 3 hours. So,
Yeah.
So,
Okay, before you close this out,
Okay.
I would like to say to everyone who joined us here tonight and is with us here, and to anyone in the future who comes across this video and watches it and has watched the previous videos, thank you for your interest and thank you for viewing. And we send you all love and understanding.
yes. And always, as how you know how I do it on every video, you know how I do it. And I want to say goodbye to everybody the way I always do, even if even though this is live. Aloha, mahalo, and of course, before I say the rest of it, and good night to you too, my friend. And I hope we will get together so we can have our little powwow, all 4 of us. So I want to say good night to everyone as well. Hey, you have a good sleep, and I will see you again with another live video, hopefully, or another recording. And I will be still posting videos about insane disappearances because that's what my channel is all about. That's how I started. So I will keep doing that from now on. But I will also do these live videos too, getting the truth out there. So I want to say aloha, mahalo, and ahuiho. Peace out, brother, and peace out, wahine. All right. I'll see you again soon.